Well, this is a 207 F150 4.6, and the first thing you need to do for the upstream on the passenger side is come in here, and if you look way over there, there's the plug. What I did, I mean, you have to, you're probably better off just taking the wheel well, that plastic piece. But you can stick your hand in there, you see? You can stick your hand in there, like so. I hope you can see my hand. But you can stick your hand in there and unplug it, then pull it down, and then you can, push that little tab and unplug it. Of course, the next step now is going to be to, so. Now what I'm going to do is it's clean, so I don't have to mess with it. But I'm going to stick this tool in here. See if I can take it out of there. Now the chore is going to be first to put the tool in. See if I can do that. This is the tightest friggin' thing, and without probably the best. Well, the only way I was able to get anything in there was to get one of those short tools in there and put an extension, and then put my ratchet right there, see? So run it over the pipe, and that broke it loose. So now I'm just gonna take it off by hand, put the other one back in. All right, there it is. Not too bad. In fact, it looks, I don't think I've ever seen one of these. Kind of different. It's got that. And when I put it back on, I'm going to put some, I'm going to put a wire cover on it. I don't like those wires hanging out like that. So here's a new one. And looks nice and clean. It's got some anti-seize in there, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit more. So we don't want to, I mean, it looks pretty clean in there, but we want to give it a little bit more. Just to, uh-oh, got to clean that shit up. Don't want that in there. So we'll clean that up, and we're going to put some of this stuff around it. I don't like those wires like that. See? Just like so. Alright? That's how I protect all of them. Okay, so let's real gently put it back in there and tighten it up. I guess it should be around 25, I guess. Don't go any harder, you'll mess up those threads. Well, if you look in here, way down there is the plug. See if I can, I don't even know if you can see it or not, but it's way back in there. The only way to get to that plug is to actually, the best way is to remove the fender well. But you can get your hand behind the fender well. There's enough of a gap for you to stick your hand way up there. That's the hardest thing about this thing here on the passenger side. Now I replaced it yesterday, and you're going to see this, but I didn't record. I didn't have any place to put the camera. But you can see the plug way back in there. I can't even get the light in there. It's way back in there. The only way to do it is to take the fender well off. If you have slim arms, you can stick your hand behind the fender well and unplug it. And that's what I did. I was able to unhook it from the little tab that it's got in there, and then pull it down where I could use both hands. But I didn't want to take the fender well off because I've got some other stuff on the outside. That's a heck of a lot of work. Now the driver's sides are a lot easier. The connector is right there, and the sensor is right there, like so. This one, super easy to remove and switch out. The other connector on the other side is geez, unless you have small hands, it's really, really hard to unplug it and put it back in. But anyway, if you remove the fender well, it shouldn't be that difficult. But I didn't do that because I've got some stuff on the outside, so I struggled and was able to get in there. Anyway, let's do this. Front one, upstream, on the driver's side. This one, just push in, and it should come out pretty easily. Ooh, there you go. See? Pretty easy. I'll get the tool back in there. This time I don't have an extension. I don't need an extension. Let's give it a shot without any, it looks clean, so it shouldn't be that difficult. Hopefully. Let's see. Let's get in there. Let's see. See if we can get this sucker off there without too much difficulty. Let's see. Give it a little bit of torque. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Might have to use my wrench on this one. Let's see. I don't like it. Wow. There you go, it broke loose. Wow. That extension probably should be a 22 millimeter. Seems to be much better. Much better to take out of there. Let's see. Look at that. Wow. That's pretty bad. Sorry about the camera, guys. Let's see. I'm gonna hopefully always do this by hand here. Get in real slowly. Don't want to mess it up at all. Real slow. I don't like that wrench I used. I used a 22 millimeter wrench on this one. You should tighten them to 22 or 25. I like this, not this wrench. I don't like this wrench. Where's the other one? Let's see. Should be around here somewhere. I like this wrench because it's got the little thing in there. You don't want to tighten them too much, but you don't want to let them loose either. That should be good enough right there. I'm not going to torque it this time. Let's see. And plug it back in there, like so, and we're done. Just like that. So, got her back in there. Now I got to do the rear too. But I don't have the parts yet, so I'll do it on the next video. And this time I'm gonna wire brush it down a little bit. They're not here anyway, so I'll wire brush it down and put some penetrating oil on it. Anyway, that other side is really hard to unplug. That's the only problem we got. But I was not able to get it back in there.